is this? Okay. Nope. Okay. Do this. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome. This is gonna be a live comedy show. I got some jokes written down. I'm just working on my jokes, getting prepared. So if you guys enjoyed the show, hook up the likes. It's free, you fuckers. I should stop saying it's free. Just hook up the likes, you fuckers, and subscribe to my YouTube. Hey, bonjour tout le monde. On va faire un show de humeur. Restez de humour. On va faire des jokes. Restez. Si vous aimez le show, donnez des likes et subscribez à mon canal YouTube. Restez. Et on y va. Okay, it's gonna be bilingual, I guess. Okay, so two of my biggest fears is approaching women and going on a stage and performing. So I guess the stage performance is gonna be first, and picking up women is gonna be second. Lane? Oh, no more, no more. I need a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, because every time I'm trying to go talk to a woman, it's like I get all these thoughts coming in, and then it's like, oh, what do I say? What do I do? Oh my God, she's so fine. What do I say? Oh shit, she's coming this way. What do I do? And then everything just slows down, and then I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Okay. We make a start. Oh shit. Phil, just fuck you. Suck my dick, Phil. Okay, so yeah, this goes back to this girl I was dating, okay? She was a virgin. I was her first. And I'll tell you why. This is not good for men. So when she used to suck my dick, she looked like she was sucking a sour pickle. And I told her, I'm like, how am I supposed to enjoy this blowjob when I look at your face and you're clearly not enjoying yourself and you hate this, okay? So don't suck it like it's a chore. Suck it like you love it. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. Same thing goes for the men. Okay. Oh yeah, and so the thing was, going back to virgins, okay? Andrew Tate and everyone, they were saying, hey, you should date a virgin or you should get a virgin as a wife. I would say no, and I'll tell you why. Because if you get a virgin as a wife, right? A virgin like a virgin. If you get a virgin as a wife, she does not know who she is. Okay? If she's having the drink for the first time, you're gonna find out who she really is. That's what I was gonna say. So you need someone that has had life experiences. Otherwise, you're gonna find out the hard way, and it's gonna be not the way you like it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so this is for all the men that are single. You have money and you want some pokey, right? And you're not as successful as you would like to be in picking up women, okay? Most of these men will give up and just get an escort. But my advice to you, my brothers, is before you get that escort, I would say watch a 1-2 corn, give yourself a 1-2 jerk, and then when you're finished, you can think to yourself, hey, I just saved $200 and a potential STD. You know what I'm saying? Plus, after you bust, you're like, oh my god, I was planning to get a hooker. That's crazy. And it's crazy how when you don't masturbate, you have all these thoughts in your head when you're talking to a woman, and it takes over you. But as soon as you bust that 1-2 nut, you're like, wow, I was planning to marry this bitch. Hey? Okay. Oh yeah. So when I was a kid, when I was like 5, one day my brother just comes up to me and he's like, yo, you're adopted. Ha ha, you're adopted. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're adopted. I'm like, it's not true. And he's like, yeah, it is. And he's like, go ask mom. So I go. First of all, I was crying. And then I go ask my mom. I'm like, is it true? And she's like, yeah, you're adopted. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, you're adopted. And my brother's like, see, I told you, ha ha ha. And he's like laughing, and my mom's like laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like crying, and then later on, like I talked to my mom today, right? And I asked her, I'm like, why did you say I was adopted? She's like, well, if you looked at your dad, you would know that you look like just like your dad. I'm like, at 5 years old, I don't have that fucking mindset to be like, hey, I look like my dad. It's clearly I'm not adopted. Like you don't have that insight when you're 5 years old. Okay, no child at 5 years old is going to be thinking, hey, I look just like my father, so clearly I'm not adopted. Get a drink. Hey, what a him? So every time there is a terrorist attack, okay, the news knows instantly who did it, but they can never find the guy. It's like, hey, you do the bombing? Yes. Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you, bye. They don't want to know anything else. They don't want to know where are you, where can we get you. They know exactly the guy's number. They have the guy on speed dial just to confirm it was him, but they can never find him. He? I just fixed my. Oh, how did you fix it, you fucker? Okay, back to my notes. Yeah. So okay. How do I word this? So once I was trying to fuck this girl missionary. It's the best way to go. So I was fucking this girl missionary, right? And then her hands start like wandering. Her hands start going on my ass cheeks, and already I've never had a woman grab my ass. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, don't worry, you're going to like it. And then when she said that, her fingers started wandering. Okay? And they go to my poop chute. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, don't worry, you're going to like it. And I'm like, yo, please stop. I'm limp. Okay? So women, if a man wants that shit, he's going to ask you. You don't need to be like, hey, don't worry, you're going to like it. You know what I mean? What the fuck is this shit? What is going on with women that they're trying to finger men? Like the last girl I fucked, she was married, okay? She was married, okay? I don't fuck women that are in a relationship. She was married, and then she comes to my house, and then this bitch tells me she doesn't know how to suck a dick. And I'm like, how are you fucking married? You don't know how to suck a dick. But guess what? This bitch damn sure knew how to fiddle the guy's asshole, because the whole time she was trying to fucking finger me, bro. Her hand kept on wandering off, and I was like, yo, stop doing that. My ass was hurting the next day. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I don't know what the fuck this bitch was doing with her husband, but clearly she was not sucking enough dick, and she was fingering his ass a lot, because that's what she was trying to do with me. She just put a dick in her mouth and she just stayed there. I was like, yo, you're supposed to suck it. Bitch! You're supposed to suck the dick. Okay, here's one. Uh, so when people pass away, rest in peace, after all the taxes we pay, right? You got taxes for this, that, the city, municipal tax, well, all that shit. And then when you pass away, someone still has to pay for something. And I'm like, after all the shit we pay for it, you know what? Your retirement is covered and all this shit. Why isn't your fucking funeral bill covered? A funeral could cost up to, I'm just throwing numbers out, like 30 grand, 20 grand, I don't know. The burial. The burial could cost up to 10 grand. Just the burial, okay? The casket is costing between $5,000, $2,000. I'm just like, yo, it's just fucking wood with wood coloring, mahogany, whatever the fuck. So you can go to the Home Depot, buy a bunch of wood, hire a carpenter, tell this guy to make your casket, and it's not gonna cost not even close to $1,000, unless you want to put screens and fucking a sound system in there. So when I was 15 years old, I was in a gang, and I did a lot of stupid shit, and thus I ended up being homeless for a month. But it was all my fault. Okay, so it's not my mom's fault. My mom did what she was supposed to do, kick a stupid son out because I was not listening. So when I started smoking weed, my mom didn't know what weed was. She thought it was like heroin or cocaine. So anytime she saw my eyes red, she was like, "You're a fucking drug addict. Get out, you fucking druggie." Okay? So when it's minus 30 outside and you're trying to smoke a joint, it is not enjoyable. Okay? Hello? This fucking shit is fucked up. Hello? So when you're trying to smoke a joint at minus 30, you're not gonna feel the fucking weed, okay? It's not gonna do nothing because you're so fucking cold outside. So when I had to smoke weed, we were smoking in my room a lot, and my mom used to bust me and kick me out. So what I started doing was I started putting like a window fan at the window, and then we smoke by the window, so it blows all the weed smoke right out. And then while we're doing that, someone smokes a cigarette over here and blows smoke everywhere. So when my mom comes in, she knows we're high, but she doesn't smell the weed in the room. So she's like, what the fuck, you know? And that's what we started doing. And at some point, I didn't have a job, but I was still getting high. So my mom used to bust down my door, and she knew weed as pot. She didn't know weed as far as marijuana. So she used to bust down my door and be like, who brought the pot in the house? Who brought the pot? You brought the pot? Who brought the fucking pot in the house? Who brought the pot in the house? Who bought it? He was good. So I'm on this fetish site, okay, this BDSM site. It's called Fet Life. Anyway, and when you look at these girls' profiles, right? Kinky girls or freaky girls want everything from the grape fantasy other than the grape. It's like choke me, slap me, treat me like a whore, spit on me, tie me up, treat me like your slave, whatever. It's like all the things that come with the rape other than the rape. You know what I mean? So women need to wake up, and then they're like, oh, all men are dogs and all this shit. But it's like, a lot of women, you'd be surprised, they all want more than one man. Some of them want 10 at a time, if anything. And those are the women I stay away from, bro. Like, I don't want to be greedy. I have never had the experience of having two women at the same time. Let me get that experience, and then maybe I'll change my mind. But until then, that's my fantasy. To have two women, or if anything, two wives or two girlfriends. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. No, I'm not going there. So this girl had a great fantasy. She literally had a great fantasy. And I was like, yo, I'm like, I can wear a mask and I can change my voice. So every night I can grape you as a different person. What's the girl's name? Okay, so yeah, this is a good one. So Western girls talk dirty. This is called Western girls talk dirty, Indian girls talk lean. So Western girls talk dirty. Uh, choke me, slap me, fuck my ass, pull my hair, make me your slut, your whore, do what you want with me. Own me, use me. Indian girls. I will clean your house. I will wash your dishes. I will do your laundry. She talks clean. So, guys from Pakistan or India or whatever, immigrants, okay? Their whole concept of sex is like you can't just be like, hey, baby, I want to fuck, or you fuck the same night or whatever. Them, it's like you have to get married to fuck, right? So if he meets a girl he really likes, he's like, baby, I want to marry you right now, baby. I want to marry you. I want to marry you right now. Marry me. Walk back. So, I don't know about most men, but for myself, I have to have some sort of attraction to the woman, right? I'm not saying I want tens, but I'm saying I have to have some attraction. The girl can't have a fucking a big gut or a fupa and all this shit, and just because I want to get laid, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that because then I'm gonna beat myself up the next day and be like, why the fuck would you do that? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So I have to have some sort of attraction to the woman, right? Not too fat, not too skinny. But if it's 1 a.m. and a fat bitch magically appears in my house, I won't say no. But she has to be free though. I won't pay for that shit. Who would pay for that shit? You know what I mean? Okay, so what's the biggest way to prevent grapes and self deletes per year? I'll wait. And let me repeat that. What's up, Brian Adams? Okay, so Brian Adams. Isn't there. Is it the singer Brian Adams? Okay, Brian Adams, I got a question. What's the biggest way you can prevent. The words? I have to change the words. You can't say the words. So, grapes and self deletes per year. I got it written down. But I'm just asking you as a question. What do you guys think would prevent hundreds, if not thousands, of self deletes and grapes per year? It's something that men can order over the phone. It's not legal in every state, and it involves a woman. Like, come on, I'm giving you all the hints right there. Okay, so the joke is it is medical escorts covered by our Medicare because Justin Trudeau and whoever, all these fucking politicians, They're all getting hookers and fucking taking cocaine every weekend on our tax dollars. So why not us? Hey, why not us? Hey, you know how many self deletes it would prevent? Because there's so many guys out there. There's guys that are 40 that have never had sex in their life. There's guys that are 40 that have never had a girlfriend in their life. So, this would, and these are some of the people that go crazy and end up taking the pussy, you know? And then when you connect with this shit with the girl, with the fetish site, these girls want everything from a psychopath, murderer, killer, other than the psychopath, murderer, killer. So it's like women want a guy that is, hey, what's going on? Hey, hey, hey. And at the same time, a complete piece of shit douchebag. That's literally what they want. You know? Women want chaos. Because a nice guy, the saying goes, when you don't care about her, she adores you. And when you love her, she gets bored. Because love is boring, okay, apparently. uh, oh, okay, so this is for all the women that have OnlyFans. So all the women that have fucking OnlyFans, okay, uh, like I have a bunch of women on my Snapchat, and all these women are like, oh, if you want to see my content, blah blah blah, and I'm like, bitch, I can just go watch porn. Why would I pay for your stupid fucking content? You're just some random bitch. I don't give a shit about. Why would I pay for it? Like it blows my mind how women are like, oh, you want to pay for my pictures or video? Like, who are you, bitch? You're not Britney Spears. If you're Britney Spears, people will pay for that shit. But you're some random bitch. Who the fuck would pay for that? It's so stupid. And then you look into the what's the word? Not the perspective. Like the statistics. The statistics of how many men are on Snapchat is mostly married men, bro. Are on this Snapchat shit. Subscribe to these girls' Snapchat. That shit is fucking crazy. Stupid. So no, I'm not gonna pay for your Snapchat, you stupid bitch. You're just some random bitch. There's porn. I can go watch a fucking midget if I want. Why would I pay for your stupid content? Which is just some bitch, some woman that's pretty. There's millions of women, and the worst part is like when you're on Snapchat, bro. All these women that are attractive, all they do is just show themselves singing along with the fucking song. There's millions of them. It's like, bitch, yeah, you're pretty. Okay. What the fuck is gonna change the next day? Same thing. She's doing another thing with another song. These are all thirst traps. Any girl that has a man is doing that shit, it is not right. Because if I have, that is shopping. When a woman is doing videos like that, posing, showing herself how pretty, look at me, I'm pretty, look at me, I'm pretty. That's shopping. She's posting for, it's a thirst trap for men to be like, hey, you're so hot, you're so beautiful, oh my god. You know what I mean? So no woman should be doing that when she has a fucking man. Okay? Women take notes, fuck. No man that cares about you and loves you would want you fucking sharing your fucking likeness or your beauty to everyone else. Why do you think these women have fucking hijabs? It's the same reason. Bitch, put your hijab on. Okay. About the laugh track. Okay, so everyone tells me was like, yo, Ali, why are you so scared of planes? First of all, I'm scared of heights. Okay? And then, I'm really not, I don't trust planes because you look at how the planes are being operated, let alone Boeing and the whole conspiracy with Boeing. Some guy, some staff member at Boeing, I don't know, he was a whistleblower or whatever, and he said that a lot of the things that are like safety checks are not being done on these fucking planes. And then guess what? He somehow ends up dead. Sometimes a guy can shoot himself in the head twice. And they say this is completely normal. Have you ever met someone or heard of a story of some guy shooting himself in the head twice? Please tell me. Never. Okay, so yeah. Where's the... So they say you have more chances of dying in a car crash, right, than a plane crash. But my question to you is, when you're driving, when you're in a car and you're conscious and you can see that something might happen, and your best bet is to jump out of the car instead of staying in the car. If you jump out of the car, depending on the speed you're going, worst comes to worst, you might break a couple of bones. Okay, now. If you're in a plane and you're falling out of the fucking sky, there's nothing that can fucking save you other than Jesus, okay? But my joke is, I'm gonna go on a plane. If I am gonna go on a plane, I'm gonna bring my own parachute because I don't trust the plane. But then the plane and the people are gonna be like, why are you bringing a parachute? Are you a terrorist? It's him. He's a terrorist. Bin Laden sent him. What's up, Basel? We're doing some comedy tonight. As you can see. So yeah, I'm supposed to go to Mexico soon for my sister's wedding. I don't know if I'm gonna go, and I'm clearly sure. If I buy a parachute, they're not going to let me get on the plane. That is a given. So I don't think I'm going to go. But, you know what I mean? Who knows? So you only live once, right? But I'm like, I could live longer if I don't die in a plane. But I guess that's destiny, right? So I was at a bar talking to this girl, having a good conversation. I'm like, hey, can I get your phone number? She's like, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, okay, forget it then. She's like, you don't want to talk to me anymore? I'm like, no. Why the fuck would I want to talk to you? You have a boyfriend, bitch. When am I going to get your phone number? Hey, you still with your boyfriend? Aw, shit. Call her next month. Hey, you still with your boyfriend? Aw, shit. No, bitch. And the speaking of this, okay? Me, as a matter of respect, which people don't have anymore. As a matter of respect, if it's someone I know, let's say it's one of my bros and it's his wife or his girlfriend, I won't even look at her. Okay? As a matter of respect. If I see some guy with a woman, for respect, I'm not going to look at his woman because that's disrespectful. And I expect the same from other people. But I find women, when they're alone, they're like, hi, Ali, hi, how are you? And when they're with their husband, they don't even look at you. And people out here will try to fuck your bitch. So I would say it's a sharp double-edged sword. Because it's like, if you really want to see who your woman is, you would want your friend to try to fuck her, because then you're going to find out if you can trust her. But do you really want to find out? Is the question. Right? I had that situation happen, but my friend was actually trying to fuck my chick. And after that, I was like, yo, any guy friends I have, the next woman I'm dating, I'm not gonna invite them over because it's not right unless he brings his own woman, and then we're gonna have an orgy. No, but I'm saying I don't trust men. I'm a man, and I don't trust men because men already people are full of shit. But I'm saying it's hard to find people that really have your back. But the two ways to know is for money or pussy. It's the two ways that people will fuck you over or you will find out. The two things. Even your girlfriend, either she'll fuck you over for money or she'll fuck you over for the opposite sex. That's just how it works. The question is, do you want to find out, right? Because I didn't want to find out, but I found out the hard way. It was my birthday. I had this girl I was seeing over, and we all took ecstasy. And next thing you know, my girl is on my best friend, and they're both looking at me like I'm the wrong one. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a violent person. Any violent person would just shove the woman out of the way, and since this is your bro, he deserves to get his fucking face fucked up. Because how dare you, bro? You're supposed to be my friend, you piece of shit. You know what I mean? Don't trust nobody, bro. The worst part is in this world, the person you trust the most is the first person that's gonna fuck you over. Learn it from me, I'm telling you. That's happened so many times. It's Kaiser Soze, bro. uh, okay, so this is another one here. This is a good one. So no, during the pandemic, okay, you heard me right. The pandemic, or during the pandemic, to be exact, I kept on seeing viral videos on TikTok, and this is while they were saying, "Oh, the government's trying to ban TikTok," right? And you're like, "Why are they doing that?" Because you're seeing videos that you're like, "Yo, this doesn't make sense." Videos of staff members in the hospital doing all kinds of synchronized dances because this is not the first time they're doing it. They had to plan this shit and to organize this shit and to synchronize their dances to get this shit right. And you keep on seeing hospital staff members fucking dancing, right? Synchronized dancing, really organizing all this shit. Different hospitals. Now, you don't know what year this was, but this was happening at the same time that the news is telling you that thousands of people are dying every day because of, the C9, C19. You know what I mean? Thousands of people. And then you see hospital staff members. So I'm like, yo, this is a red flag. This is telling me that something is up here, and this is not adding up because the news is telling you thousands of people are dying and the hospitals are overcrowded. Meanwhile, I'm seeing people fucking dancing, the hospital staff members dancing. So one thing told me no hospital manager is going to let his staff do that. Because they're taking time off work to do this shit. So this is on the hospital fucking payroll. Okay? And this is not gonna happen. They would have fired all the staff, but it kept on happening. So that tells you that this was really weird and mad suspicious. So I did not take the thing a thing because I was like, yo, this shit is weird. Plus, the biggest cherry on top, they told you that this is gonna save your life or protect you, right? But they are not responsible if you get any adverse side effects. Hey, what's going on? So, my thing was, if you have a car and you need to get your car fixed, okay? You don't know what's wrong with your car, but you want to get your car fixed. And the garage you're going to, on top it says, hey, we're here to help you fix your car, but we're not responsible if your car does not work after it leaves this garage. Would you take your car to that garage, is the question. Lehin? I wouldn't. I don't know about you guys. Okay, plus when the pandemic was happening, there was a curfew. You couldn't go out from 10 p.m. on. What was it? I think that's what it was. From 10 p.m. on, you can't go out. So next thing you know, people started getting dogs, which was good because I want people to rescue dogs. But my question was, why the curfew? It's not like the C19 was telling the news, hey, yo, tell everyone I'm coming out at 10 o'clock, okay? At 10 o'clock, tell everybody to go home, right? Because I'm coming out. I'm coming out. That was a joke. Suspicious. Okay. Oh, the Stein Blaster shit. This is fucking. Okay, do it. I'm do it. Okay. Women like together. Okay. So women that like to get tag teamed by two guys at once. Okay. I got a solution for you. If you like two guys at once, why don't you just date one guy that is bi, and then he will never get mad when you always want to invite another guy over because he's bi, he's down. And same thing goes for guys that like two women. Just date a girl that's bisexual, and then she's always going to be down for you to invite another woman over. Simple. You know, I'm a problem solver. That's what I do. Um, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. The stank nude. Okay. Okay, so I call this the stank pussy neutralizer. Okay, I've never performed this joke, but I will do it here tonight. Okay, so this is called the stank pussy neutralizer, okay? So what this is when you're about to fuck a chick, or you are fucking a chick, and you smell an aroma, and it doesn't smell good, okay? It stinks. I don't say nothing. I just take her in the shower, okay? Let's say the shower head is right here, and the water is coming. I make her face the shower, I fuck her doggy style, and I make sure I channel the water where my dick is. So what I'm doing is, I'm cleaning the stank out. And when I'm done, no more stank! Oh, shit! Oh, what's up? That was the stank blaster. That's the first time I performed that joke. Obviously, when I do it more, it's gonna get better. But that's a real thing. Cause like, yo, this one girl I was dating, it stank, bro. And she was like, she's here, and I'm here. And I'm like, yo, it smells. She's like, I don't smell anything. I'm like, yo, I'm here and I smell it. And that same girl is like, eat my pussy. You're like, yo, what? You couldn't pay me to do that shit. Stank blaster. Oh. Okay, so this is to all the trans females. It's pretty much men that just dress as women and they call themselves trans women. Okay? So now, I'm not hating on you. Do your thing, girl, boy, girl, they, them, whatever. I would just say, if you want to portray yourself as a female, try to do more than just putting on a dress. Okay? Shave your fucking legs, okay? Put on some heels, so some fuck me heels, whatever. Dress nice, shave your fucking beard, and speak in a high-pitched voice. Then, you could call yourself a woman. You gotta play the part. No? That's how you do it. You're not gonna be like, I'm Batman, not have the costume and not have the Batman voice. It's me, Batman. Where is he? Tell me where he is. Where is he? Also, I went to this Indian restaurant. Okay. Hello, thank you. Come again. I went to this Indian restaurant, and yo, you know what's fucked up, bro? It's like, uh, everyone is like, whenever they see like the thing in India where the guy's like on the street and he's cooking the food with and cooking with his hand and his food and it's always he clean, not fucking clean and it's dirty. It's like, Alice, your cousin. Alice, your cousin. Look, Alice, your cousin. Look, Alice, your cousin. And I'm just like, yo, already I don't like my cousins, okay? Because they don't have a good reputation. When you go to these Indian restaurants, I'll tell you this, try it for yourself. Ask them for a fucking a chicken tandoori leg, okay? And every time you get it, it's not gonna be fresh. Because when you get a piece of chicken that's cooked on the barbecue, you can tell if it's fresh or not. There's a certain smell, there's texture, and especially you can tell when it's like a day or two old, and it's a big turnoff. You know when you want to eat it anymore, you know? In every fucking Indian restaurant I went to, they all gave me a stale fucking chicken. And it makes me so fucking angry because, you know, it's just like, yo, can you give me a fresh piece of fucking chicken? Is there a timeline I need to follow or something? Because they're always like, oh, it's fresh, it's always fresh. It's fresh. It's not fucking fresh. So, and then when I tell them well done, they don't even fucking know what the fuck well done means. It just means cooked well, you fucking idiot. They don't even know how to cook. I think this looks well done. It's just like, yo, I don't hate on the whole race. It's just like some guy told me. He's like, there's bad apples in every tree, so you can't base the whole race on one thing because one person did it or a couple of people did it. There's good apples in every tree. So I'm just saying we need to get our reputation better because brown guys, they don't know how to handle their alcohol, and whenever there's women around, there's always fights, bro. Why is that? It's not just, you know, it's not just brown guys. Most guys, that's the best way. The best way for you to find out who your friends are is surround them with women, bro, and you'll see who your friends are. That's the best way for me to tell you to find out who your bros are. Because bros are bros when there's no women around. But as soon as there's women around, bros become backstabbing dogs, bro. They throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. A person you know for 20 fucking years. 20 years you know this guy. You just met this chick and now he's ready to throw you under the bus just to get some of this punani. This stale Cracker Jacks right here. Stale Cracker Jacks. Where's the mic? Where's the mic? Oh, I'm looking for the mic right here. You fucker. Nothing. You want some of the stale Cracker Jacks, Ellie? Okay. Oh, so this is a good one. So The Simpsons, right? If you look at major events that happen, The Simpsons somehow are predicting the future. But people are stupid. They're not predicting the future. They just know about it before it's going to happen. And the reason they know about it before it's going to happen, because they're all part of a fucking secret society where they have these secret meetings and they plan what they're going to do years in advance, you fucking dumbass. Okay? They're not predicting the future, you stupido. But I would say, if you want to bet on something, or pay attention to something, watch The Simpsons because they're always like ahead of the curve, right? So do you know what's gonna happen? So if you're an investor or whatever, I guess follow The Simpsons because they would tell you which market's gonna crash or whatever before it happens, right? AKA Twin Tower. Yeah. So, women, I would say attractive women or beautiful women. Okay, I would say eights. eights or sevens. Sevens, yeah, sevens. Girls that are in the attractive sector, okay, so 7 to 10, whatever. Those girls are, they look at men like merchandise at a Walmart because they're always shopping for the better deal. So let's say one guy has a small apartment and he doesn't have a car. Then she meets another guy that has 2 cars and a fucking huge house. Obviously, what do you think she's gonna do? More luxury. So it's like an attractive woman technically doesn't really have to work hard in life. She just needs to find the right man and then just sit on her ass. That's literally what it is. and then if it gets bad, she has to pop out 1 or 2 babies and then it's good. You know? That's how life, the game of life is, bro. And if I have daughters, I don't want my daughter to be just looking for a guy to just be a trophy wife or whatever. I want my daughter to be strong, independent, like they're supposed to be. Because Beyonce is full of shit. Okay? In the strong and independent, my ass. Well, I'm not gonna play this audio because there's gonna be some fuck shit. Just like my sons, it's gonna be like you want to give them the life lessons you learned, okay? Because people are very quick to pop out the baby, but they don't want to give them any life lessons, bro. And it's like I see everyone around me that has kids, and it's just like, why don't I have kids? But I haven't met the right woman. But at the same time, it's like my other friend. He's like, you just choose one, you just do it. She wants your baby, you give it to her. Because I've met several women that wanted my kids, but I was just like, and my mom met them. My mom was like, please don't have kids with this one, Ali. So, but you know, the whole purpose of having kids, okay, is like when you get old and you can't fucking walk or wipe your ass, who's gonna take care of you? Your kids. Now, if you do a good job, your kids will care about you. But if you do a shit job, they're not gonna give a shit. They're gonna put you in an old folks home, bro. But I can't talk shit because when I was 15, I didn't have this mindset, you know? I didn't have the mindset that, oh, if we all work together and all get jobs, we can save money and buy each of us a fucking house by the time we're 30. You know what I mean? You don't have those mindsets. You just can't wait to get out on your own, get your own fucking place and all this shit. You don't want, you want your independence, but now when you look back, you're like, oh shit. If I would have been saving money all this time, I could have had a house. But then, you look at the fucking housing market, you're like, yo, it's a fucking scam. It's a fucking scam, bro. You don't want to get a house here anymore. It's like, if you want to if you want to be corrupt and do some illegal shit, you come to Montreal because it seems like this is the place to be. Do some fucking illegal shit. Legal shit, you're gonna have a hard time. I'm not making that much money, but I'm lucky. I love my job. Thank you, God. But every paycheck, I'm paying $400 taxes. You know? Now, shouldn't that cover my fucking funeral? $400 every paycheck for, you know what I mean? Span of years. You're telling me the day that I gotta go, my family has to pay for my fucking funeral? You fucking piece of shit. I guess I'm thinking too far ahead. Okay, immigrant emergency. This is the last joke I got in my joke book. Immigrant emergency. Okay, so shit. I've never coughed like that before. I was an immigrant, okay, obviously. But you know what? What bothers me, all these white people that are here, you guys are fucking immigrants too. Your great-grandfathers they were immigrants. Oh, the people that really came from this land is the fucking Indians. The native Indians, okay? Not the thank you, come again. The woo-woo-woo, those ones. Those guys, this land is theirs. So you can't say, oh, this is my country, Quebec, or whatever the fuck. You guys are all fucking the settlers and shit who raped and pillaged. So stop thinking this is your fucking country, first of all. Second of all, I have no problem with immigrants coming here. The only problem I have is if you come here, at least learn the fucking language. Learn English and French. Especially if you're in Montreal, French is number one. You need to learn French first, if anything. Because you're going to have a hard time functioning in society, let alone getting a fucking job. If you don't speak French in Montreal, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to get all the shitty jobs, which is factory jobs for all those fucking immigrants. And you don't want to be those. You know, so learn the fucking language. So going back to immigrant emergency, as far as like I don't have the whole joke, just the punchline or whatever. Immigrant emergency. So one day I'm at work, and my boss just opens the office door and he yells out. He's like, "Ali, go across the street right now and get me chocolate." He doesn't tell me it's an emergency, but like the way he says it, I'm like, he really wants a Kit Kat right now. But he doesn't tell me it's an emergency. So I'm like, okay. And the store is right across the street. Remember, in my mind, he wants a Kit Kat right now, but it's not an emergency because he just tells me he wants a Kit Kat. So I'm going across the street. Now I have to press the button, right, to wait for the light. But then something tells me in my head, yo, just fucking cross the street. I cross the street, I get the Kit Kat. Remember, I'm not rushing. I get back. I get back the Kit Kat. I get in my garage. I walk in. As soon as I walk in, my boss is like, "Give me the Kit Kat, give me the Kit Kat." And I see some guy, he looks like he's gonna die or he's choking or something. And my boss is like, "Give me the Kit Kat." He takes the Kit Kat, he gives it to the guy. And the guy's like trying to chew on it, and then he just like, he just stops breathing. And like, I have no concept of what the fuck is going on. But then in the span of the time that this happening, I find out this guy has diabetes and he was having a diabetic attack and he needed sugar in his body right now. Okay? So, like, this guy's gone. He's like, stops breathing. I'm like, oh my God. He stops breathing. So I'm just rubbing his back and I start praying. I'm like, God, please, bring this guy back. I don't know what just happened, but please make him live or whatever. And I'm like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And 10 seconds later, like Terminator, he starts breathing again. I'm like, oh my God. And then he eats the cookies or Kit Kat, whatever. And my boss had called the ambulance. And the ambulance always comes in enough time for you to die and come back because it was like 11 minutes later. But then again, they're a little far. I can't get, it's a fire truck. They have to all load up the fire truck. But it's funny how the fire truck gets there before the ambulance. Anyway, so the ambulance comes, the fire truck comes, and they tell me that, okay, this next time this happens, just take some sugar, put it in a cup of water, and give it to the guy. Okay? But my whole joke to this is, if my boss just communicated better and told me, yo, this guy, get me some sugar, chocolate right now, it's an emergency, I would have fucking run for my life because I'm like, some guy's life is depending on me. It would have been a whole different scenario. But since my boss didn't communicate that well because he doesn't speak English or French that well, this guy almost died. And punchline, his car was a Buick Rendezvous. So I'm like, this motherfucker had a rendezvous with God and came back. Boom! How was that? Rochelle Belin. Well, we're doing some comedy here. I just dropped a bomb and then you joined, so you missed. And that was the last joke. But I'm just flowing, so we're gonna see what happens. Okay, pause. I'm like practicing to do stand-up comedy because that's what I want to do. Because that last joke I just did, right? All it said is immigrant emergency, okay? That's all it said at the bottom. So everything I came up with there was just in here. I just hope I deliver it the same. Okay, so I need to write this down. So that was my like second attempt at doing comedy. Comedy. Like here's another thing, okay? If you are an immigrant, right, and you're calling 911 because it's an emergency, God forbid. Now, if you don't know, because you know when you look into how things work, most of these immigrant families, the parents are learning the language through the kids because the kids are going to school. So the kids go to school, they're learning English and French, they're coming back home, and the parents are learning through the kids if they want to learn, right? But my question to you is this, okay? If you're an immigrant and you don't speak English or French and it's an emergency, God forbid, now you have to call 911. How are you gonna fucking communicate what is the issue if you don't know how to fucking communicate? Because time is of the essence when it's an emergency, bro. Like the last time I called 911, it was an issue where some guy attacked me or whatever, and the woman asked me 3,000 questions, and in the moment I was really angry, and I answered like 10 of her questions, and I'm like, bitch, get the cops here, and I hung up on her. But then I realized after, the cops had an attitude with me because I was rude to the 911 bitch. Because in the moment, when in the heat of a moment where things are happening, someone's getting shot or someone's getting attacked and all this shit, they have adrenaline pumping through their blood, they're not gonna be calm and answer all your questions. Like, get the fucking cops here. But I guess, the woman's job is to make sure it's a real emergency. For sure. But like I said, being able to communicate is big, bro. You need to learn how to communicate, for sure. Like my coworker, he's like, oh, you speak English or French, it should be so easy for you to pick up women. But it's not. It's like, it's the energy, the frequency, your mindset, and all this shit. I have just too much shit going on in my mind to be smooth with women, And plus, I've never gone to a doctor, but I think I have ADD and OCD. And no STD. Thank you, God. Yay. That was pretty good. You know what? I'm proud of myself. I can do this. It's like anything in life, bro. You just gotta do it, bro. And I'm talking to you and myself. Anything you want to do, you're scared of, just fucking do it like Nike, because it's like, the more you think about it, the more you're gonna push yourself away from what you want to do. Just fucking jump and do it. Like, I make this shit look easy, right? People think this is easy. It's not. It's not. But I've been doing this for a bit, and at the same time, it's like I still get nervous. Like the first 5 minutes or 2 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And then it just flows. So this I'm comfortable with. Next level is live crowd, live audience. It's gonna be, if anything, it's gonna be more material, because then I can be like, hey you, or whatever. Hey you, what's your name? This girl looks good, Oh, you guys should watch Patrice O'Neal. He's my favorite comedian. Patrice O'Neal, favorite comedian of mine. He's the one who inspired me to do comedy. You should watch his special. It's called Elephant in the Room. He passed away at 44. And I'm gonna be 44. So I guess when I'm 44, I have to do this. Because I've been, ever since I watched Patrice O'Neal, I've been wanting to do comedy for like 10 years. But it's just like, I've been so scared of like facing the crowd, but it's like I have to do this because it's like just been eating away at me. But now it's like I'm at a level where it's like before I didn't even try and I didn't even think about it for those 10 years. Now it's like I'm like I have to do this because it's like I don't know how much time I have left, you know? You have to do things that you want to do because you don't know how much time you have left and you don't want to pass away and be like, oh, have regrets. But at the same time, when you pass, you don't won't give a shit about nothing, if anything. Like, you know, everyone's scared of death, but you hear that death is like a, there was like a thing where this woman passed away. She was like dead for like 10 minutes. And her son asked her, he's like, yo, what happened? And she's like, yo, it was the best thing in the world. She's like, I want to go back. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, it was complete peace. There was no, I gotta do this, I got bills, I got this, I gotta take care of this and all this shit. It was just like complete peace. Because you don't, it's like the soul and your spirit. I don't know if it's the same thing or what, but I've felt that feeling of just being like nothing. You don't feel there's anything there. Oh, Facebook's gonna die. Everybody say bye to Facebook. Peace. That was good. Thank you, God. $46. You do 28. So now I'm just freestyling because I have my notes. No, it's like I don't know. Oh shit! I didn't even talk about this. Okay. If anyone's from Montreal, you guys would know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Montreal has like a metro service. Okay, the metro is like underground, and it's like a fucking city underground. There's even a mall underground in Montreal. Okay, so it's huge. You could like, if something happened, God forbid, like a big like let's say nuclear war or whatever, they could put thousands of people in the underground metro, and there's stations, right? There's metro stations in every station, so they could put millions of people in the metro stations. Okay, I'm just trying to make a point. So when wintertime comes around, all these homeless people, they have to sleep on the fucking street. Meanwhile, it's minus 20. Let's say minus 17. Sometimes it's minus 45 with the wind, bro. This shit gets crazy over here. Like, homeless people here have to be really versatile compared to people that are living in warm areas. You're good over there. You just don't have to worry about food, water, and shelter. Here, you have to worry about heat, bro. So going to the fucking homeless people, the homeless people are kicked out of the metro stations and they have to sleep right outside because they have nowhere else to go. So they have tents right outside the metro station. That's fucking sad, bro. It makes you really hurt at your heart if you have ever experienced being homeless. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I was having this conversation with my brother, you could say Gio. Gio's my brother, or one of my brothers, and he's like, "Why would you want to homeless people? They don't want to work." I'm like, there's some guys that do want to work. There's other guys that just want to take their drugs, but some other guys, he's like, "Yo, I want to go back, get back on my feet, get a job, all this shit." You know, some of them actually want to do that. Some of them don't want to do it because, like, you know, these guys don't have motivation, bro. They don't have any initiative to get back on the workhorse and get a job and pay taxes and all these responsibilities. You know what I mean? I'm not justifying what the fuck they're doing, but I'm just trying to make you understand that, you know, it's a lot of things to deal with when you have when you are a working taxpayer in society, right? And plus, when you get to that homeless level and you're like free, you don't want to have all these things that are like tying you down and all these things to pay for. Some of them just want to live like that. So it's like, if God permits me or puts me in a position where I can help homeless people, I would try to help the homeless people that want to get back on their feet or want to be self-sufficient, or like, you know, have some income. That's what I want to do. And the worst part, some of these homeless are fucking veterans, bro. These guys serve their fucking country. The guy comes back with a missing arm, missing leg, God knows what. Sometimes he's missing everything. And he's hooked on drugs. And then the government doesn't want to help him anymore. And the guy has to pay for fucking, for prescription drugs. This shit's crazy. And guess what? Big Bro doesn't want you to buy street drugs. They want you to buy prescription drugs. Hey? Where's the crowd laughing for that? and crazy part is this. I've seen places, I think it's in New York or something. You know, like on top of buildings, they put spikes because they don't want pigeons standing there or chilling and like shitting on the thing. They do the same thing for fucking homeless people. Where a homeless guy sleeps around, where at a certain building, they don't want homeless people sleeping around. They put spikes on the fucking ground so homeless people don't sleep there. Isn't that fucking evil? That shit is evil, bro. Come on. And yeah, speaking of this, the reason why I'm passionate about homeless people, because I was homeless for a month. It was all my fault, okay? Don't blame my mother. It was all my fault. I was a stupid kid at 15. So, for 1 month I was homeless. And I was sleeping in my friend's closet. I was sleeping in abandoned factories. This was in Snowden. Metro Snowden. My mother told me exactly. My mother told me I was a drug addict. So yeah, and I was sleeping in one night, as far as I remember. I slept one night in a bus stop. It was like -20, -30, something like that. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, back then, the bench was like this, okay? So you could sleep on it. Now, guess what? Guess what Big Bro did? They put one bench like this and the other one like that. So they made sure a fucking guy that has nowhere to go could not sleep on that. That's fucking evil, bro. That makes me angry. You know what I mean? Think about that. Imagine you're trying to sleep, you got nowhere to go, you find a fucking bus stop, and they got a bench like that. Wouldn't you be like, what some sadistic shit is that, bro? Yeah, I understand you don't want a homeless guy sleeping on in the bus stop, but maybe if you had a better fucking system to help. Everything in Montreal is patchwork. It's not thinking ahead. They just want to do everything right now. If like they know how to make the roads better. Some kid made some kid in Toronto. This was like 5 years ago. Some kid in Toronto found a way to make the roads better that they don't end up like that. And next, you don't hear about that kid anymore. $5 million. They're like, shut up. Here you go, and there you go. And back to business. It's all about patchwork. As long as they need patchwork, they can charge the city, and you pay the city taxes. It's all a mafia job, bro. If the roads were really good, then the city doesn't get to charge for road repair. I'm not a good maths guy, by the way. I'm horrible at maths. I just know enough shit because I've watched enough shit to know how things work. It's like the music business, right? When you get signed as an artist, right, and you're having these meetings at a restaurant or clubs or whatever. Oh, somehow they just ended the fucking live over here. Look at that. They just ended the live. I'm talking too much. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, I don't give a shit. if you're an artist, right, and you're having these meetings at a club or a hotel and all this shit, and you go, oh wow, this is amazing. Life is just the life, bro. I'm gonna be in the life. Later on, you find out you're paying for that shit. It's gonna coming out of your pocket. Okay, the company's not paying for it. You're paying for it. That chain you bought, the chain you thought the company got for you, you're paying for it. uh, I'm gonna say good night on that. This was my first official try at stand-up comedy or whatever. But thank you very much. Follow, like, and share. Subscribe to my YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. God is real. Comments a bitch. Earth is fly stationary in the center universe. Peace, peace, peace in the Middle East and free Palestine. Peace.